You have a college degree, skills. You've read the books, made the plans. You tell people you're figuring things out. But alone at night, there's a question that won't leave you alone. What am I actually doing with my life? You're not lazy. You might be the opposite. 10 different ideas, 5 half-started projects, a mind that won't stop spinning. You research opportunities, make lists, compare paths. And somehow, all this movement leaves you standing still. The more options you consider, the more paralyzed you become. What if endless choices are exactly what's keeping us lost? There was a young samurai named Kenji who lived near Kyoto. He came from a respected family, trained in swordsmanship, archery, and calligraphy. Everyone expected great things, but Kenji practiced everything and mastered nothing. Sword training in the morning, calligraphy by afternoon, wondering if he should focus on tea ceremony instead. His father finally spoke. "Son, you are training to be everything and becoming nothing." Those words hit Kenji hard, but he didn't know how to change. His father sent him to an old swordmaster named Takeda, who lived alone in the mountains. When Kenji arrived expecting intensive training, Takeda asked one question. "Tell me where you are going." Kenji listed his options: serve a daimyo, become a poet, master tea ceremony, focus on martial arts. The more he spoke, the more uncertain he sounded. Takeda raised his hand. "Stop. A man walking north, south, east, and west at the same time is not a traveler. He is simply standing in place, exhausting himself." That observation changed everything. But Takeda's next words were even more surprising. "Your problem is not that you don't know which path to take. Your problem is that you believe there is one perfect path waiting to be discovered. There is not. The question is whether you will choose one and commit to walking it." This goes against everything modern culture teaches. We're told to find our passion, discover our purpose, wait for the calling that feels absolutely right. But the samurai understood something different. Direction does not come from finding the perfect path. Direction comes from choosing a path and walking it with complete presence. They called this Michi, which means way or path. Michi teaches that commitment creates clarity, not the other way around. Takeda demonstrated with a simple exercise. He placed a wooden cup on the ground. "Pour your spirit into this cup." When Kenji looked confused, Takeda explained, "You cannot fill 10 cups at once. Right now, you are trying to fill 10 cups with your attention. What happens?" Kenji understood immediately. Every cup stays empty. Your energy scatters. This is why talented people often accomplish less than focused people. Talent divided by 10 directions equals frustration. Average ability focused on one direction equals mastery. For the first 2 weeks, Kenji did almost nothing. No sword training, just sitting in silence every morning, watching his thoughts. This drove him crazy. He wanted action, training, progress. But Takeda insisted, "You must learn to hear yourself before you can choose your direction." Slowly, Kenji began to notice something. Whenever his mind wandered freely, it returned to the same place. His first sword instructor, an old man who had taught him not just techniques, but discipline, respect, presence. Kenji realized he wanted to do the same. Not to become famous or serve a lord, but to teach young students the way he had been taught. When he told Takeda this, he expected evaluation. Instead, Takeda simply nodded. "Good. Now we train." Here's where Kenji learned the second principle. The principle is called shūchū, which means complete focus or gathered concentration. Takeda explained it this way. Knowing your direction is not enough. A compass that points north means nothing if you keep walking east because the path looks easier. Shūchū is the practice of maintaining your chosen direction even when doubt appears, even when other paths look more appealing. even when progress feels slow. Every morning, Kenji would state his path out loud. I am walking the way of teaching. Then Takeda would test him. A wealthy daimyo offers you a position with high status and good pay. Do you take it? At first, Kenji hesitated, but then he remembered his direction. I thank the daimyo and continue teaching. Takeda would present another scenario. Another samurai mocks you for teaching children instead of serving in battle. What do you do? Kenji learned to answer without defensiveness. I acknowledge his view and continue my path. This training seems simple, but it cuts to the core of why most people stay lost. We don't choose a direction once. We have to choose it again every time an alternative appears. Every time someone questions our choice. Every time we see someone else succeeding differently. Every time doubt whispers, maybe we chose wrong. Shūchū is the discipline of returning to your chosen direction 1,000 times. This creates certainty, not finding the perfect path, but developing strength to keep walking the one you chose. After 6 months, Kenji returned to his village. He did not come back famous. He had not gained impressive skills. But something fundamental had changed. The scattered, anxious energy was gone. He moved with quiet purpose. He began teaching children in his family's courtyard, starting with basic stances, basic strikes, basic discipline. Some days felt meaningful, other days felt ordinary. But he no longer felt lost. The hollowness had been replaced with something solid. Years later, someone asked Kenji if he regretted not pursuing the other paths. His answer was unexpected. I do not think about the paths I did not take. When you commit fully to one path, it becomes your path. You make it right through the quality of your walking, not because it was perfect from the start. This is what we miss when we stay paralyzed by choice. We think we need to find the one perfect direction before we commit. But the samurai knew different. You choose a direction that aligns with your values. Then you walk it with such presence and commitment that it becomes the right direction for you. Not because it was destined, because you made it so. Here is how you apply this starting today. 1. Choose one direction for the next 3 months. Not your ultimate purpose, just one path aligned with who you are now. 2. Write your direction in one sentence and say it out loud each morning. 3. Identify 3 things you will stop doing because they scatter your attention. 4. When doubt appears, notice it, then return to your chosen direction. 5. Ask yourself each evening, did my actions today honor the path I chose? This builds shūchū. You do not need perfect clarity. Just choose one direction and start walking. The samurai did not wait for certainty. They understood certainty comes from walking. The path becomes clear as you walk it. Your direction is inside you, waiting to be chosen. If you are ready to stop spinning in circles and start walking your path, write in the comments, I choose one direction. Thank you for being here.